प्रस्ताव प्रस्तुत किया गया। अब मैं उन सदस्यों के नाम पुकारूंगा कि जो इस चर्चा में भाग लेंगे, जिनके नाम उनकी पार्टियों द्वारा भेजे गए हैं। श्री सुजीत कुमार जी।
धन्यवाद उपाध्यक्ष महोदय। सर,
उपसभापति
उपसभापति महोदय जी। सर, the Advocate Amendment Bill 2023 seeks to repeal the Legal Practitioners Act of 1879 by incorporating Section 36 of the Legal Practitioners Act 1879 as Section 45A in the Advocate Acts of 1961. Sir, this is part of the process to repeal old, obsolete and outdated laws by this government, which is highly commendable. In fact, yesterday, sir, this August House passed the Jan Vishwas Bill, which amended 183 provisions across 42 acts of 19 ministries, and unanimously it was passed by this August House, sir. Sir, as was discussed while passing of the previous bill, there are many bills, many legislations, many acts, many legislations in our statute book which are outdated and are of the colonial British era. Sir, this bill, Legal Practitioners Act 1879, which is to be repealed by this amendment bill, was enacted in 1879 to regulate and govern the legal professional of those age. But over the decade, sir, the legal practice, the legal profession, the requirement of lawyers has changed multifold. Sir, after India became independent in 1947, we developed our own legal profession. And sir, in 1961, we enacted the Advocates Act to align with the changing time and to make our legal framework inclusive, dynamic, relevant, and in need with independent India's requirement. Sir, even the Law Commission of India, in its report number 249, titled Obsolete Laws Warranting Immediate Repeal, has recommended for repealing of the Legal Practitioners Act of 1879 after making suitable amendments to the Advocates Act of 1961. So, sir, after the repeal of this act, we'll have one comprehensive framework, that is the Advocates Act of 1961, which will regulate and govern the practice of law in this country. Sir, I will take this opportunity to suggest a couple of reforms to the government, and I'll urge the government to have a serious view of this. Sir, first and foremost, in the Advocates Act of 1961, there is no provision for mandatory continuous professional development of the lawyers. So I think, sir, there should be a mandatory continuous professional development provision in the Advocates Act of 1961. Sir, why is this important? It's important because, sir, technology has become so pervasive in every sector of life, in every walk of life, and also in the legal profession. Sir, this week, this August House passed the mediation bill. Sir, there are many emerging frontiers of law: telecom law, intellectual property law, technology law, arbitration act is there. Now, online dispute resolution, ODR, has become a practice. So our lawyers need to be up to date with the latest legal developments and the latest developments in the field of technology, particularly that affects the legal profession. So this is why, sir, I suggest that there should be mandatory continuous professional development, and it should be incorporated in the Advocates Act of 1961. Sir, secondly, there should be a national electronic register for advocates. We don't have any such register today, sir. Sir, the Law Commission of India, in its 184th report, had suggested this, and I quote, there should be a national electronic register of the advocates enrolled by the state bar councils, where each member must provide a self-declaration in every 3 years, unquote. So I think, sir, there should be a single database which will have details about all the advocates practicing in this country. It will also be good so that social welfare schemes can be brought in for the advocates. Thirdly, sir, there should be a digital interface between the advocates and the clients. So that will eliminate the need for Section 45A itself. Why do we need a tout in today's day and age when we can have an electronic platform that can connect advocates and clients? I don't think there is need for an intermediary, which is Section 36 of the Act to be repealed and to be incorporated as section 55 in the Advocates Act. I think, sir, that also may not be needed if we have a digital interface. And finally, sir, I think there is need for an Advocates Protection Act. Sir, you come from the state of Rajasthan, and your state, sir, has passed the bill to ensure the safety of the advocates practicing in the state of Rajasthan through the Advocates Protection Act. Sir, of late we have seen many instances of advocates being attacked, being harassed, being intimidated, particularly in the courts in Delhi. I think, sir, in this context, it's very much essential that we need an Advocates Protection Act, because we want our advocates to practice fearlessly, because advocates are the officers of the court. And, sir, if you ask me, as a lawyer, I'll tell you that advocates are the most important stakeholders in the administration of justice. They are the most important stakeholder that upholds the rule of law and makes justice available to the common citizens of this country. So, sir, I support this bill, and I hope that the government will look into these suggestions. Thank you.
धन्यवाद सुजीत कुमार जी। श्री विजयपाल सिंह जी तोमर।